Hi, friends. Grace Rizza here, CEO of Identity Dental Marketing. And I want to talk to you today about return on investment and how to track appropriately what your ads and SEO and website are actually doing for your practice. So it's possible you've got people telling you that you should track every penny and be able to tell exactly how much an ad is generating for your practice. But you need to keep in mind a few things. First of all, it's not possible to track exact return on investment. Why is this? You have to put yourself in the mindset of the consumer. People need to see your message 7 times before they even remember who you are. Now, if they're clicking on an ad and they're booking right away, of course, those leads are easy to track. The majority of real momentum in a business comes from long-term exposure, brand or reputation building, and continuous activity over a long period of time. What do I mean by this? Well, I can look at your ad and I can say, well, they look great. And then I look up your Google reviews and you have 2, you have 3, your startup business. So I don't click through. Now, ideally, I should be getting your retargeted social media ads. I should see your messages over and over again. But when am I served your social ads? I am not served your ads when I'm actively looking for a dentist. The way that I stumble upon your website or your Google ads when I'm actively searching. So these recurring social media ads that are retargeting your high intent market are very, very difficult to track in terms of how they work. And the only way to get these ads to work in a way where you can track tangible direct line from lead to new patient is if you have a low cost, time sensitive offer. I call these free, cheap now ads. And let's face it, most dentists do not want to run free, cheap now ads. And why is that? Well, the patient that those ads attract is a very difficult patient to please. And oftentimes it's a very difficult patient to keep. So retention becomes low. And practices that operate this way tend to feel like they have a bit of a revolving door. And eventually that ROI fizzles once everyone in town has seen it and the need is either met and it connects or it doesn't connect. And so the better way to do this is to market yourself collectively. You've got your SEO keeping you on top of Google or moving you towards the top until you get there, because it usually takes about 6 months in most markets. You've got your Google ads that keep you on top and supplement your SEO traffic. And we can tell traffic. We can tell how many calls, how many clicks, how many leads are coming from each marketing method. And then you've got your social media marketing, retargeting the traffic, and perhaps if you have a strong enough budget, blanketing your community with real, authentic video messages that communicate who you are, what you stand for, and what you can uniquely provide to your ideal patient base. So this is a real, just a snapshot of an ideal marketing program. However, I want you to be aware there are some issues here with companies who promise to charge per lead or have exact tracking of ROI. It's simply not possible. And here's why. These companies tend to put their tracking number or their codes on everything. Your Google listing, your website, your landing pages with ads, if they've even built landing pages, your social media ads, your social media landing pages. And so they're tracking everything and they're taking credit for everything. But what happens when patient A refers patient B, and then patient B searches for you and clicks on your website or clicks on an ad because they haven't optimized it to be exclusive enough? Now the marketing company is claiming that that patient was referred by your advertising, by your website. But in reality, that was a word of mouth referral. And so it gets very muddy, it gets very complicated, and it's quite simply not possible to track exact return on investment in a silo with each different marketing campaign that's running. And the problem that I see with this, and I've audited and looked at tons of campaigns that run with this super advanced ROI tracking, is it's not true. They're claiming that every single new patient who comes in the door is from their marketing and their efforts because their tracking data is everywhere. So it is bloating the return on investment. It is bloating the results. And sure, it might make you feel comfortable and might make you feel secure that the marketing is actually working. And maybe to some degree it is. But is it a true representation of exactly where those patients came from? No. The best way to track your referral sources and your actual return on investment is to, sure, look at our stats, look at our traffic, look at our rankings on Google, but then ask your patients. Every single patient who books with you should be asked at the time of booking, who can we thank for referring you? And say it that way. When you ask that question, you get a truthful answer. If they're coming from a patient referral, you're going to hear it. Otherwise, they'll say, well, I found you on Google and you had really great reviews. That's a combination a lot of times of SEO. Or they'll say, I found you on Google and they're in a neighboring town. And you know your SEO is not ranking in neighboring towns because Google doesn't like that. You know that's coming from your ads. So you compare your internal stats with the marketing agency's stats to have very strong data as to how is this marketing working, specifically how is each campaign working, and what are the goals of each campaign. Is this a campaign intended to build our reputation and brand recognition in the community, or are we running a free cheap now offer intended specifically for immediate leads? So make sure you've got the right expectations for a campaign. Make sure that you're not just following the marketing company's leads on how to track return on investment, that you're also taking control of your data in your practice and you're asking and reporting every new patient's referral source so that you have a clear understanding of the actual value and ROI of your different marketing campaigns. I hope this information was helpful, and I hope it helps you avoid the appearance of this technology that really is leveraged to bloat your numbers and build confidence with the marketing agency, when in reality, you need to compare your real data with the data of the marketing agency. Thank you so much. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you have a great day.